Unemployment Insurance Fund has committed to paying out benefits to workers for lost income during the COVID-19 lockdown. This will be done through employers and collective bargaining councils. So far, over 20,000 people have applied to the UIF for relief since the lockdown was enforced 14 days ago. For more on this, we're joined on the line by UIF Commissioner Teboho Maruping. Mr. Maruping, a very good morning to you, and thank you so much for your time. 30 million rand per day since the COVID-19 lockdown is what you're paying out. Is this sustainable?
30 million rand a day. It's sustainable provided it doesn't go beyond 3 months. That's the big here. I think the challenge is that we put aside funds for up to a period of 3 months. But when it goes beyond 3 months, it starts affecting our liquidity and the sustainability of the fund. So we are hoping that people are behaving themselves at home and they are maintaining the social distance and are keeping away from exposure so that the lockdown can come to an end and you can go back to normal life.
And in terms of accessibility, how is it working for those who may not have access to the internet to ensure that they're in touch with the UIF?
We have a toll-free number where people can call us and we'll give them a run-through of what they need to do. It's 0800 030 007. They can contact us on that number. Or we've also set up our SMS functionality where we're going to be sending SMSs to all the claimants that have already submitted claims. So they just confirm a few details and we'll process their claims.
You say that you are hoping that after 3 months that there are other plans in place because it's not sustainable for that long period. Now, when it comes to those who are accessing the UIF, how does the breakdown work in terms of percentages and income?
Okay, can you repeat that question but differently? I don't think I'm following.
Okay, in terms of rolling out the money that you're rolling out, is it normal? Is it under normal circumstances like you would have if you were on maternity leave or you've lost your job? Or are you perhaps working it out differently in terms of percentages?
Oh, yes. Now I get you. Yes, we've separated this benefit from other benefits, and it doesn't affect other benefits as a start. And then the second thing, we've set up a formula such that we don't pay people below the minimum wage, where when the calculation is done, it puts a person below the minimum wage, we'll leave them up to the minimum wage. But we also still calculate it through a sliding scale. So that if you're above the minimum wage, we'll pay you what is due to you, but if you're below, we'll lift you up to the minimum wage. Because we understand that during this time, people need money in their pockets to survive.
And what are some of the challenges that you're experiencing, Mr. Maruping, when it comes to the administrative process?
I think the main one at this stage is when companies submit their claims, they are using a different format, and with a different format, it makes it difficult for us to process because we've automated most of the calculations so that we can do a bulk calculations throughout. Now, we'd ask a company to submit in an Excel or a CSV form, and then they send us in a PDF, and a PDF is not workable. But we also, as I'm speaking now, we are preparing to launch a solution tomorrow that will enable people to apply online from companies so that that problem is out of the way. But the other main problem, there are companies who are taking chances. They've never registered for UIF before. They've never declared for employees before. They've never contributed before. And they're just plugging in their applications for the very first time, having never contributed before. And we're just warning these fraudsters that we are looking at these applications, and we are going to send our lawyers and inspectors to their companies when the lockdown is over, because we need to ascertain that indeed they are functioning and indeed they have employees. Because we want this money to go to the deserving employees, not fraudsters. So we don't run out of money and paying the wrong people.
Speaking about deserving employees, we know that there are some of those employees who are not in formalized jobs and are therefore not able to access UIF. What do you have to say to those kind of workers who, as you say, everybody needs cash in their hands at this crucial time?
Well, what I can say is that as government, we have put different interventions applicable for different sectors. I know the Department of Small Businesses has put together a program for SMMEs like those to access those funds. But there's rules again there on how you to apply. So all these interventions, they speak to different needs in the country.
Thank you so much for your time, UIF Commissioner Tebogo Maruping, sending out a warning to those who have never contributed to UIF businesses. They're saying that they're getting a high influx of those people who are now applying for these claims that have been made available.